set up all the stunts, the chases, and then it was a 7-day shoot week for the show. For 6 years, CHiPs was America's safest cop show. Then on April 9th, 1983, something happened that nobody saw coming. A scene so disturbing that cast members couldn't sleep for weeks. Robert Pine, who directed it, later called it his biggest mistake. Kelly Preston was only 20 and said it haunted her dreams. Even today, the actors won't talk about what they filmed that night. The episode aired once and traumatized an entire generation. The show was canceled 3 weeks later. This is the scene that killed CHiPs. In 1977, NBC was in big trouble. The network was losing badly to ABC, which had hit shows like Star and Hutch and Charlie's Angels. NBC's primetime schedule was falling apart. Not a single new show from the 1975 season survived for a second year. They tried to win young viewers with expensive miniseries and specials, but that plan backfired. Older audiences left and the younger crowd didn't come. The network needed a miracle. That miracle came in the form of CHiPs. It was a gamble that worked. The show ran for 139 episodes across 6 seasons and became a pop culture hit. Sometimes when a network is most desperate, it ends up creating something unforgettable. The man behind this idea was Rick Rossner. His pitch to NBC was bold. He said it would be like Starsky and Hutch on motorcycles, but sunnier and friendlier. Rossner got the idea while watching real CHP officers during a coffee break. But his plan was pure Hollywood. He imagined high-speed chases, bright California highways, and 2 stars who would win over viewers. Rossner, who was a reserve deputy sheriff himself, knew how to add real-life details. NBC liked what they heard and green-lit the show. Rossner's mix of action and clean fun helped CHiPs stand out from the darker police dramas of the time. What's even more amazing is how they filmed those famous chase scenes. The show made it look like they had all of Los Angeles to themselves. In reality, they filmed almost everything on just 10 miles of new freeway that wasn't open to the public yet. LA was building new roads, and the producers jumped at the chance to use them. This saved money and made it easy to film wild stunts without worrying about traffic. They kept reusing the same stretch, changing camera angles so it looked like different parts of the city. That small piece of highway gave CHiPs its signature action style. The real California Highway Patrol made a bold choice too. They agreed to help the show, something they hadn't done with any TV series in 24 years. They thought CHiPs would make their officers look good and help their image. They gave the production team advice, let them use their uniforms and insignia, and even provided real CHP vehicles. But they soon saw that Hollywood would bend the rules for drama. For example, CHiPs showed 2 officers riding together, which almost never happens in real life. The show did help the CHP's public image, but the agency had to accept losing some control over how they were shown. What really made CHiPs special was its unique style. It had action and comedy, but almost no gun violence. The officers hardly ever drew their weapons. In fact, the original series never showed them fire a gun. That only happened in the 1999 reunion. The focus was on motorcycle chases, car crashes, and the daily struggles of traffic cops. This made it a show families could enjoy together. It drew in kids and parents who didn't want dark, violent stories. Larry Wilcox, who played John Baker, wasn't just acting tough. He was the real deal. Before CHiPs, he served in the Marines during the Vietnam War. He enlisted in May 1967 at just 19 years old. He was part of the 12th Marines and served in dangerous areas like Dong Ha, the DMZ, and Kian. He saw combat during the Tet Offensive in 1968. His job was to calculate artillery coordinates, a risky task that put him right in harm's way. He reached the rank of staff sergeant before leaving the Marines in 1973. On CHiPs, his character gave viewers a rare, positive image of a Vietnam vet at a time when most shows portrayed them as broken or troubled. Eric Estrada, who played Paunch, had a very different path. When he was hired, he didn't even know how to ride a motorcycle. The producers put him through an 8-week crash course, but he never felt comfortable on the bike. He didn't get his motorcycle license until years later, and only after failing the test 3 times. Filming was dangerous for him. In 1979, he crashed and broke his ribs and both wrists. The injury was so bad they wrote it into the show, and he even filmed from a hospital bed. Still, his charm on screen made him a star even though he was nervous behind the scenes. Then there was Robert Pine, who played Sergeant Getter. Pine had been acting on TV since the early 1960s. By the time CHiPs started, he had over 400 TV roles under his belt. At first, he wasn't sure the show would last, but he agreed to do the pilot and became the rock of the series for 6 seasons. He kept things steady on set when tempers flared. He even directed some episodes and mentored younger actors. His real wife played his on-screen wife, too. When Estrada had a contract dispute, Pine helped keep the team together. His calm and experience helped CHiPs stay on course through all its ups and downs. On September 15, 1977, something amazing happened on television. NBC aired the first episode of CHiPs, and within just 4 minutes, millions of people across America were hooked. The show went from being brand new to becoming a cultural sensation. Almost instantly, people couldn't get enough of the fun mix of action, comedy, and drama. Eric Estrada as Officer Frank, Ponch Poncherello and Larry Wilcox as Officer John Baker had perfect chemistry. Viewers loved their friendship, the exciting motorcycle stunts, and the sunny Los Angeles scenery. Families gathered around the TV, and by the end of the first season, CHiPs was one of NBC's top-rated shows. It wasn't just entertainment. The show promoted motorcycle safety, too. The heroes always wore helmets, and the public service messages stuck in people's minds. In its first year, CHiPs did more than just succeed in ratings. It started a trend. Cop shows became lighter, funnier, and full of action. The gritty style of the